A Catholic leader named Benedict Groeschel, who's the reverend of the Franciscan Friars of Renewal, recently claimed in an interview with a Catholic news source, this is unbelievable, that it's often the case that priests are actually seduced by the teenagers that they then later are accused of having molested. That's right. This is an article in the Examiner by our friend Lou Colagiovanni from the We Survive Bush, You'll Survive Obama page on Facebook. Catholic leader saying that molestation victims often actually seduced unwitting priests who had no interest in doing anything to them. What do you think, Lewis, about that?
I think this is another despicable attempt to cover up or deflect what's really going on in the church.
So the comments were made to the National Catholic Register, which is a conservative Catholic publication, and they've since been removed, but of course we still have them. They were removed after the fact because of the outrage about them. And the quote is, suppose you have, this is Benedict Groeschel, suppose you have a man having a nervous breakdown and a youngster comes to him. A lot of the cases, the youngsters aged 14, 16, 18, they are the seducers. On their first offense, in other words, the molesting priest, they should not go to jail because their intention was not committing a crime. What a despicable, disgusting thing to say.
Yes. I hope no one believes this, but despicable.
I mean, let's put aside the fact that this is a guy who for a long time, I mean, he went, remember the Jerry Sandusky child molestation thing? Mm-hmm. Benedict Groeschel's reaction to that was to say, poor guy, about Jerry Sandusky.
Yeah. How many children has Benedict Groeschel molested?
That's the real question.
It's probably a staggering number.
That's the real question here. And then he said, I apologize for my comment. I didn't intend to blame the victim. A priest who abuses a minor is always wrong and is always responsible. Okay. I mean, that's interesting. Now, some people are saying that this is just senility and pointing to the fact that 7 years ago he was in a coma for over a month and that his cognitive abilities have been failing. That's fascinating because if it's true or not, we don't know. But what's interesting is that we are associating saying incredibly outrageous things about who's to blame in child molestation with lack of cognitive abilities and senility. What about all the people that aren't senile and are saying similar things and defending these guys or covering them up within the Catholic Church? What about those guys?
No, I guess you can't use that there, can you?
No, certainly not. So, yeah, exactly. What's the explanation for everybody else who hasn't been in a month coma after a car accident? Why are they so anti-gay and seemingly uncaring about all of these children that are being molested?
Yeah,
I don't know.
They usually just also issue an apology and then that's the end of it.
So the kids are responsible for the molestation. Women are often responsible for their rape. I think I'm understanding the right-wing view now.
It's, yeah, I think you've pretty much got it covered, at least on social issues.
Let's go further. All those poor murderers, they've been mistreated because their victims enticed them into a murderous frenzy. I'm glad we cleared that up too.
There's no end, really, to this logic. You could use just about any scenario.